Hi friends, very good afternoon. Yes, ma'am. Please drop a confirmation message. Is everything is good to go? Am I visible? Am I audible? Is things so clear? Yes. Welcome back to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English with India's largest learning platform, Unacademy. Let's crack it. Yes, ma'am. What all you will get under Unacademy platform? Needless to say, daily live classes, isn't it? Every day, sharp 2 p.m. I catch you in YouTube platform. Yes, the best part of live class is that you can chat with your educator, engage in discussion, ask your doubts and answer polls all while the class is going on, isn't it? Yes. From the last week, if I'm not wrong, yes, I have very recently started the live quiz. This is an amazing opportunity. Even at the end of today's class, we have a live quiz on art and culture. Yes. So try to do this. Get yourself prepared for the prelims on a daily basis. Yes, ma'am. Two benefits is there, great two benefits is there. One, this is an ultimate revision practice, ultimate revision strategy, but you're going to get exposed to 10 or 20 or 30 questions on a daily basis. And second is that earn while you learn. Yes, how many questions you're going to make it right, you will get a credit for that. That credit amount you can use it while you're going to take for the subscription. Yes, many of my friends, they have used this amount somewhere closer to 5,000 and all, they got deducted during the entire amount. So make the best out of it. Yes, ma'am. So apart from this, structured courses. All our courses are so structured in line with your exam syllabus in order to help you best prepare for it. Isn't it? Yes, it is OSS for your PMI. One-stop solution for your prelim, mains and interview. Unlimited access to unlimited courses. What you have to do? You have to do only one thing. One subscription gets you access to all our live and recorded courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, for which you have to download Unacademy Learning app. Yes, this is me, your dear ma'am. I'm Dhanalakshmi, senior top and a very passionate educator. Friends, honestly, in search of pursuit of happiness in my life, one of the greatest happiness lies in being as an educator for UPSC CSE, because I have more than 15 years rich experience in this field. Yes, ma, I have stepped into civil service 2004. Of course, I'm a Vajran student. And in short, I could say I'm ancient, medieval, and modern to civil service. Apart from this, with more than decade-long rich experience in teaching for UPSC CSE category, yes, I take classes across India, pan India. I take classes in Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. I have my credentials specific to civil service. Yes, I have appeared twice in UPSC CSE interview with 6 consecutive mains. Apart from this, I have also cleared my state service and 7 to 8 other competitive exams. Yes, ma'am. You can simply ask me, ma'am, dear ma'am, is your only job is to sit and prepare for competitive exams? No, certainly not. I have prepared for only one exam, that is for UPSC CSE category. That knowledge has helped me in clearing all other exams which I have just applied and appeared for it. Yes, my dear. Apart from this, I have twice interview experience with respect to UPSC. Yes, 2017 I was an all India topper with 6 consecutive mains. 6 times I have cleared prelims in a series. Mentoring. Yes, I have mentored more than 25,000 aspirants over a period of last 12 years. I haven't stopped just by mentoring. Hence produced. Yes, I have hence produced the toppers and the rankers in this field, and many of my students are effectively and efficiently working as an IAS and IPS officers across India. So you can reach your DL ma'am using this code DL10. Don't forget to use this code while taking subscription. Yes, ma'am. Don't forget to join the Unacademy Telegram link. I have shared my Telegram link. I have also shared my Unacademy profile link. Apart from this, prepare with the top educators. Indeed, is a blessing, isn't it? All the best brains are found under one roof, and needless to say, that roof is Unacademy. To name a few, Brunal Sir, Roman Saini, Ayush Shangi, Sudarshan Gurjar, the list is endless. Utilize the platform to its fullest. Comprehensive syllabus. Yes, here again we have at 16K plus courses for UPSC CSE category. So I can read your mind voice. Ma'am, is there any time for us to go for such a long? No, you need not do all, but you can never ever come with a complaint saying that, ma'am, there is a deficit of courses. We provide everything in excess. Yes, you utilize, you cherry pick your educator and keep following them on a regular basis. Next, ma'am. One subscription, unlimited benefits. This is an amazing part of it. Learn live from the comfort of your home. Are you doing that? Just you have to come and sit and log in and you have to attend the awesome classes without doing any lot more sacrifices. Yes, ma'am. Just in order to acquire the civil service coaching, it is not training. Okay. During my period, during my days, I have to move from Chennai to Delhi. Of course, I mentioned earlier, like I'm a Vajram student. After doing lots and lots of sacrifice only, like I have to leave my 2-year-old kid. Okay, after doing lots of sacrifice only, we were given an opportunity to acquire the UPSC CSE coaching itself. But now that is not the case with you all. See, count your blessings and try to put all your efforts in the right direction. Unlimited access to all courses. Top educators of India are found under one platform. Exhaustive coverage of the syllabus, regular doubt clearing session, live test series, study material. Yes, ma, at the end of the session, you will be getting up study material in the PDF format. Answer writing sessions in all my plus courses as well as in all my special classes. At the end of the topic, I do the revision as well as I'll focus on, I make my students to write the answers there itself. Mentoring and guidance. When you have enormous benefits, I don't understand which is stopping you from taking the subscription. Yes, ma. For the fees detail with respect to plus is that for entire 24 months, of course, by using my code DL10, you get 10% instant discount. At last, you have to pay only 64,800. And for 36 months, by using my code DL10, you will get 10% instant discount. At last, you have to pay 81,100. Of course, 81,000. Here again, we have a no cost EMI option for the credit card, and also we provide you, the company itself has now very recently has arranged for the loan options for the students, because many come with a complaint saying that they don't have a credit card. Okay, fine. With respect to the iconic subscription, yes, ma, the fees detail is 96,300 after using my code DL10, and for 36 months it is 1,26,900. Yes, here again you will be using my code DL10. Yes, ma. So apart from the regular benefits like live classes, test series, unlimited practice, structure schedule, you will also get access to personal coach, individual attention, expert guidance, daily mains answer writing practice, customized study plan, personalized feedback, enormous amount of benefits. Yes, mentors are all around us who makes you feel confident, inspired, focused, and is willing to share their experience. Isn't it, ma? Yes, they'll openly share it that do's and don'ts. Please don't do this mistake. It will take your energy, it will take your time, it will take your efforts. This is what I have committed. So they'll function as a protective shield. Okay, they help you greatly in minimizing your mistakes and maximizing your success. Of course, mentoring. Successful people never reach their goals alone. Yes, irrespective of the starting point, you can start the journey at any point of India. It should be, you should stop only at the doorsteps of Labasna. Yes, ma'am. So you get into the bus, the journey should be like that point to point journey without any stoppage in the middle. Okay, yes. Apart from the regular classes, you will be given a coaching, guidance, training, motivation, knowledge support system. Somebody has got to say you what to do, what not to do, and how to do, isn't it? All those things taken care under the mentoring process. Thus, mentoring is a brain to pick and here to listen and push into the right direction. Okay. So I want all of you to see not as just by good enough better, the best. Yes, you want to see yourself as the best, as a toppers and rankers. Fine, ma. So already we have done the first part, revision part. Anyway, a quick recap, because it is like after 4 or 5 days we are doing this topic again. So of course the mountain is the beginning and the end of all natural scenery, or mountains are God-given physical features. Objective of this presentation to make the importance of mountain. Mountain means it's an orogeny. Oro means mountain, geny means formation, isn't it? We have already discussed that. Anyway, I'm just doing a fast recap. Orogeny, geology, is a process in which a section of the earth crust is folded and deformed. In today's class, we'll be discussing about those things. Okay. Hope you remember these things. Okay, these are the different folded mountains. And mountain ridge difference we have already discussed. A mountain has several forms. How do you differentiate between ridge and the range and the chain? The keyword is that mountain ridge. It is a system of a long, narrow, high hill spine. Generally, one side will be one side of a ridge is steep, while the other side is moderate. But a ridge also have a symmetrical slopes on both the sides. Mountain range, a system of mountain and hills having several ridges. So ridges is small, range is it consists of many ridges, several ridges, peaks and summits and valleys. And mountain ranges stretches in a linear manner. So it will be consisting of several ridges, peaks, valleys and summits in a linear manner. Mountain chain consists of several parallel, long and narrow mountains of different period, because all of them, they do not originate on the same period, they belong to different periods. Okay, what is the difference of mountain system? Yes, it consists of different mountain ranges of the same period, and different ranges are separated by the valley. Mountain group is nothing but it consists of several unsystematic patterns of different mountain system. Cordillera, yes, it consists of the several mountain group and systems. Is this fine, Mark? Is this fine for everyone? This already we have discussed. So classification also we have checked in the last class. So please go and check the last class mountain building introduction. Now I'll be moving with the formation of folded mountains and block mountains. On the basis of height we have discussed the lowest, even the low mountain begins greater than 700 meter. The high mountain something greater than 2000. On the basis of location, continental mountain. Okay. Coastal, Appalachian, Rockies, inland mountain, Ural, Himalayas, oceanic. So without taking much time on this we have already discussed. Today we'll get into the topic. Okay, basis. Once I complete the topic, again we can go do this revision part. So I have to start from here, mountain building. Am I right, Ma? Am I right? I have to exactly start from here. Folded mountain, fault and block mountain, volcanic mountain. Okay, how does folded mountains are formed? Very interesting. Can you see this, Ma? Can you see this folded? Can you see this folded? Okay, the sediments here are getting folded, crumbled. Just listen, please listen. Fold mountains include the Andes and Himalayan mountains. Fold mountains occur at a convergent plate boundaries. So it is an outcome of convergence. Okay. Fault block mountains. Mountains along the San Andreas Fault are an example of the fault block mountains. There are numerous volcanic mountains along the Ring of the Fire. An example of a dome mountain is Mount Rushmore. Types of mountains. Yes. Is anybody watching the session? Please drop a confirmation message. Types of the mountain. Yes, we are going to discuss in today's slot. Dome mountain, volcanic mountain, fault block mountain, folded. See, folded. Can you look at the arrow mark here? It is a compressional force. Yes. Okay. Now, so first we are going to discuss how does folded mountains form. Very, very interesting topic. Mountains by folding. Fold mountains are actually formed by the crust which have been uplifted and folded, buckled and bent by the compression forces. Just remember, when the two convergent forces, compression. See, can you see the arrow mark here? Can you see the arrow mark here? When you're getting compressed, okay, squeezed. Good afternoon, Omkar here. Good afternoon, ma'am, Omkar here. Rave Life, you have changed your name, Omkar. So sad. Okay. Rock that is put under extreme pressure for a long period of time, thousands or millions of years, fold like a clay. Rock that is put under extreme pressure for a long period of time. When the rock, because rock has an objective of elasticity, it can expand, okay, it can expand and it can compress. Okay, so under pressure for a long period of time, thousands or millions of years, it will fold like a clay format. Is this clear, ma? See, look at here, folded mountains. Mountains formed by the folding of rock layers. Is the first point is clear? because rock itself function as an elasticity, isn't it? We can stretch it and we can contract. Friends, please do join the quiz at the end of the session. Yesterday's class I am putting in today's quiz, so it will be an ultimate revision for you. Okay, so please share the code in the link as well, DL Ma'am group as well. Ask the students to come and attend this one live quiz at the end of the session. Okay, fine. Mountains formed by the folding of rock layers. Most are formed at the convergent boundary. See, can you see that it is getting folded? I will explain. Wait. Most are formed at the convergent boundaries where the continents have collided. They form when rock layers are squeezed together and pushed upward. So just remember, okay, the sediments got squeezed, the rock layers, okay. Imagine this is a sediments. I have it as a, so when the further push is given, when the further compression is given to the sediments, it got uplifted. Okay, the sediments is like a JCB machine. You just imagine the compression. It is when it comes very close, it gets, the space gets narrowed down and the sediments got squeezed together and pushed upward. This leads to the formation of fold. The sediments which when it is pushed upward, squeezed together and pushed upward. Wait, I'll show. Okay. So just you have to remember the core points. Folded mountains are formed when the sedimentary rock strata in geosyncline are subjected to compressive force. Just imagine, my dear friends, just imagine, okay, this is a, okay, sediments, geosynclines, okay, geosynclines, and now the compressive forces towards each other. What will happen to these sediments when it is getting compressed in the second part? It gets narrowed down, isn't it? Because the compression is very intense, very intense. As time progresses, these sediments is pushed upwards, squeezed. So it is squeezed, buckled and squeezed. The sediments, it will be, because the compressive forces is becoming very strong, and this lead to the upliftment of the sediments. It push the sediments and lead to the formation of folded. It likes a wavy like pattern. Are you able to get? Are you able to get? Yes. In continent-ocean convergence, formation of Andes and Rockies, continent-continent convergence, formation of Himalayas. We will discuss this. Okay. They are the loftiest mountains and they are generally concentrated along the continental margin. So folded mountains, you can see they are one of the loftiest mountains and they are generally concentrated along the continental margin area. Fold mountains can be divided into two broad types on the basis of nature of fold. Simple fold mountains. Simple fold with open fold in which well-developed system of, see, in here now you say me which is an anticline and which is a syncline. This is a syncline, yes or no, ma? See, this is a syncline and this portion is an anticline. Okay. So, simple fold with an open folds in which a well-developed system of anticline and synclines are found and folds are of wavy pattern. Yes or no? Is the folds are of wavy pattern like a wave-like pattern? This is simple fold. Whereas in complex fold mountains in which the rock strata are intensely compressed, too much of compression from both the ends to produce a complex structure. In Himalayas, overfold and recumbent folds are often found detached from their roots and carried few hundred kilometers away by the tectonic forces. These detached folds are called nappy. One short note is there, nappy. I will do it separately. It's such an interesting topic. Okay, I'll say that. In Himalayas, overfold and recumbent folds are often found detached from their roots. It has been uprooted from the place and it has thrown back at a different place. Carried few hundred kilometers away by the tectonic forces, and these detached folds are called nappy. On the basis of the period of origin, folded mountains are divided into very old fold mountains, and alpine fold mountains. Okay, What are all an examples of very old fold mountains? That means they are more than 500 million years ago. Rounded features. Why rounded features? Because they are subjected to exogenetic forces. Denudation. Yes or no, ma? Yeah, when they see. Normally the mountain will be with a sharp peak. Am I right, friends? Please answer. Normally, the mountains will be with a sharp and pointed peak. When they have been subjected to for a very long time, denudation. What is this denudation? Wetting, weathering, erosion, transportation, and deposition. When the mountain top is, it is subjected to continuous heating during the daytime and cooling during the night time, and it is subjected to the erosion. What will happen to the mountain top? It gets detached, isn't it? So it gets lowering in height, rounded. It gets lowering in height because for a very long period of time, rounded features due to denudation and low elevation. So if it is of more than 800 meter means, then of course it comes down to 500 or 600 because of it is in the continuous it comes under the continuous denudation process. So the example of very old fold mountains are Appalachians in North America and Ural mountains in Russia. Is this clear? Is this clear till now? Please give me an answer. Can I proceed? Okay, then old fold mountains. So what are the examples of very old fold mountains, ma? Very old fold mountains. Okay, try to remember Appalachian and Ural. Of course, Appalachians, North America, eastern coast of North America, and Ural mountains in the Russia, because they are rounded and low in elevation. Why they rounded and low in elevation? Because of they comes under denudation, exogenetic forces. Is this fine? They comes under denudation, exogenetic forces. Old fold mountains at their origin before the tertiary period, just before the 70 million years ago. The fold mountain system belonging to the old fold mountains or Caledonian and Hercynian mountain building periods fall in this category. They are also called as thickening relict fold mountains because of a lightly rounded features and medium elevation. Okay, so the fold mountain system belonging to Caledonian and Hercynian mountain building period fall in this, which one? Old fold mountains. Next, so the top layers worn down due to erosional activity, which is nothing but denudation. Okay, Revlife and Omkar, both are one and the same. Okay. I remember this Omkar, so maintain this account now. So it is easy to have a picture that Omkar is attending the class. Aslam, I know your picture and good. Example. So what is an example of very old fold mountains? Of course, you know Appalachian and Urals. What is an example of old fold mountain from prelim point of view? Very, very important. Aravalli range in India. The Aravalli range in India are the oldest folded mountain systems in India. The range is considerably worn down. Worn down means reduction in height. The pointed peak has got reduced in height. How? Because it is subjected to continuous denudation process, worn down, lowering in height due to the process of erosion. The ranges rose in the post-Precambrian event called the Aravalli Delhi orogeny, Silurian and early Devonian period. Silurian and early Devonian period. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear till now? So which is an example of the old fold? Of course, it is Aravalli Delhi orogeny. Next, alpine or young fold mountains. Alpine fold mountains belonging to the tertiary period can be grouped under the new folded mountains category since they originated in the tertiary. Okay, what are the examples of alpine? Rocky, Andes, Alps, Caucasus, Himalayas. These are all the examples of alpine mountains which are very, very young. What is the period? Of course, since they originated in the tertiary period means less than 70 years. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear now? Look at here how beautiful it is. How beautiful. See, these are the pointed peak, na? See, the mountain, it will be so sharp, pointed peak. Already we have discussed in GC Leong series, pointed peak. Now, when this pointed peak, it get worn down at a rounded, because after it gets subjected to continuous erosion. Are you getting it, ma? Lowering of height. See, this is in height higher, whereas as it time progress, it is in lowering of height. Okay? Can you find out the difference, ma? Can you find out the difference? So, is the examples so clear? Now we are going to get into the formation. So, try to quick recap revision with respect to examples. Very fold mountains 500 million years ago, more than 500. Old fold mountains 70 million years ago, and young fold mountains less than 70. Okay, Rockies, Andes, Alps and Himalayas. Now please look into it. This is the main topic. This is the concept topic. Friends, can I begin the concept? Just remember, I'm going to say a wonderful concept, formation of folded mountains. Please acknowledge, okay. Sediments, or imagine from, this is a river flow. Okay, let me show it in a, okay ma, just give me a moment. By the time, please drop a confirmation message. Okay, let me take this river. Okay, the rivers, what the nature of rivers, ma? It will, the rivers on its journey, it will carry the sediments. Along with that, the sediments are carried. Am I right? Am I right? The sediments, they comes and get settled down. See, the river, can you see this? A is river, B is also river. On both the side, can you see the arrow mark? Towards each other, towards each other. So, this is a C. The sediments, can you see here? And this is the top layer. These sediments, they come and get settled down at the bottom. Friends, are you able to visualize? They come and get settled down at the bottom. Here another river. Okay. They bring the sediments during their course of nature. This is a sea water body. Okay. And these sediments, they comes and get deposited in the bottom. Yes or no? Sediments on the seabed. See? Can you look at this? So for this, let me give you the another color, sediment. Okay. So I am giving the sediments which is got deposited in the bottom. Okay. Is this clear till now? Is this clear till now? Now the next process is compression into the rock. Now the plate movement, the plates are moving towards each other, compression. So just remember to the sediments, now the application of compression towards each other, convergence, isn't it? So when the two plates, imagine here one plate movement and another plate movement, are they towards each other? So when they towards each other, is the size is getting reduced or not? Is the size is getting reduced or not? Or they become towards each other? See, look at here. Can you see this mark? Can you see this portion? So this, they become compressed towards each other. Okay. Now this further compression, as it becomes so intense, please try to travel with me. This further compression, it will narrow the sediment's size. Yes or no? Narrow it. See, here it is broader. Okay, so the further compression becomes narrow and the sediments, it gets pushed up, push upward. Okay, are you able to visualize? The sediments is pushed upward and finally the further compression, uplift of the sediments. See, initially it was downfold. Okay, the sediments here. How the sediments which got deposited in the bottom, it is pushed upward. See, it is pushed upward. It comes upward because of the compression force. These sediments, they uplifted, buckled and squeezed. See, are you able to follow, ma? Are you able to follow? Folded mountains. See, look at here. First stage. What is the first stage? It is a simple. Okay. Now the compression forces towards each other. So it is a long elongated. As time progress, lateral pressure. When too much of compression is given from both the end, can you see the wave-like pattern is formed? Can you see the here it is a straight line. When the too much compression is given, there is an initial starting of the wavy like pattern. Along this wavy like pattern, the sediments is also squeezed up. Are you getting it, ma? Now the further compression, see it is a subsequent stages. The further compression squeeze these sediments, it will result into an uplifted, pushed upward into anticline and syncline. This is how it is a time consuming process, but this is how the folded mountains are formed. Are you able to visualize? Please let me know. You want me to explain again? I think it's very clear. Can you see it? Can you? Now, so continent convergence. So convergence is a concept. Convergence means the two plates move towards each other. Okay. Continent convergence. Layers of rock compressed together, causing massive folding. Okay. Now, characteristics of the folded mountains, very important from exam point of view. Very important from exam point of view. What are the characteristics? First point, folded mountains belong to the group of youngest mountain on the earth. Super. Here itself we have a very old fold mountain. Give me the period and example. Give me the period and example. Second is old fold mountain. Give me the period and examples of old fold mountain. And give me the examples of young fold mountains. Young fold mountains, period and examples. Yes, I'll wait for you all. Just fill the answer. Just now we have discussed. Give the answer, ma. Which are an example of very old fold mountains greater than 500 million years ago, isn't it? Example, Appalachian and Urals. Ural in Russia, Appalachian in North America. Old fold mountains, they belong to greater than tertiary period. Of course, example is an Aravalli. And young fold mountains, very recent, less than a tertiary period, 70 to 60 million years ago. Examples here are Rocky, Andes, Alps and Himalayas. Is this fine? This is what we have discussed. Yes or no, ma? Now, characteristics of the folded mountain. Folded mountains belong to the group of the youngest mountain on the earth. The presence of the fossils suggests that the sedimentary rocks of these folded mountains were formed after accumulation and consolidation of the silt and the sediments in the marine environment. I think the second point might be very clear. Accumulation of the sediments, okay, increase in sediments, isn't it? It leads to subsidence, okay? It leads to subsidence, then the compression forces towards the sediments. It then buckled and squeezed the sediment, it pushed upward. The presence of fossils, very good Aslam. Rockies and Andes, super, very good. Keep going. Next is, what is the second mark? Characteristics of the fold mountains. The presence of fossils suggests that sedimentary rocks of these folded mountains were formed after accumulation and consolidation of the sediments in marine environment. What is the third characteristics of fold mountain? Fold mountains extends for a greater length. So length greater than width. Can we remember like this? Folded mountains extends for a greater length, whereas the width is considerably small. So length greater than width is the characteristics of the folded mountain. Generally, folded mountains have a concave slope one side and convex slope on the other, which is nothing but anticline and syncline. Yes or no, ma? What is the meaning of this? Generally, folded mountains have a concave slope on one side, convex. So, which is here convex and which is here concave? Of course, this is convex, anticline, Am I right? This is a concave syncline. Am I right? Are you able to follow, ma? Next, the folded mountains are found along the continental margin facing the ocean. What is an example of this? What is an example of this? Continental margin facing the ocean. Just remember North America. Take that only. Okay. Here we have the folded mountains of Rockies. And here these folded mountains are along continental margin. Are they continental margin? And they are facing the Pacific Ocean. Am I right, ma? Am I right? So Andes also. Rockies and Andes. Andes. It is in the continental margin of South America. It is facing the South Pacific Ocean. Am I right? Is this clear? Next, fifth point. Am I right? It is 4. No. This is fourth point, characteristics. This is fourth, and fifth is content. So you can bring the diagram for this. Fifth is continental, and sixth point is folded mountains are characterized by granite intrusion on a massive scale. Seventh is recurrent seismicity is a common feature in the folded mountain belt. Recurrent seismicity, which is nothing but prone to earthquake. Yes or no? Recurrent seismicity is a common feature in the folded mountain belts because it comes under the Pacific Ring of Fire, Circum-Pacific Belt. Friends, are you able to visualize, interrelate the concept? Yes or no, ma? High heat flow often finds expressions in volcanic activity. So this is also the area of volcanic eruption. These mountains are by far the most widespread and also the most important. They also contain the rich mineral resources such as tin, copper, gold, etc. Is this fine? Is this fine? These are the characteristics of folded mountains. So, summation of folded mountains. So, 7 is that recurrent seismic activity. 8 is that high heat flow often finds expression in volcanic activity. 9 is that these mountains are by far the most widespread and also the most important. Here the length is greater than width, isn't it? And the 10th point is they also contain rich mineral resources such as tin, copper and gold. Okay. Yes, ma. So what are the characteristics of folded mountains? You can expect this in a short note or even in a long note. Such an important topic for optional as well as for GS. Okay. Try to bring the diagram if it is possible. Definitely it is possible. For this 10 points, if you ask me, I can bring a minimum 3 to 4 diagrams. At least you bring one diagram. Okay. For this point, you have a diagram for concave and convex and concave. We have a diagram along the continental margin. See, for this I can give the diagram. They are found folded mountains extend. See, youngest mountains on the Earth's surface. The lithological characteristics of the folded mountains reveal that they have been formed due to folding of sediments. For this, you can bring a diagram, isn't it? Folding of sediments. Yes or no? Just put this is a sediments. Okay, now it's getting folded. Folding of sediments because of the application of compressive force, which lead to isonoma. Then sediments are found at a greater depth. Length. Folded mountains extends for a greater length. Length greater than width, but with the width are far smaller than the length. Folded mountains are generally found in the shape having one side is concave, another one is convex, which is nothing but anticline. This is convex and this is concave. Am I right? So can we bring the diagram like this? Please answer me. Next is folded mountains generally found or the margin of the continent facing the ocean, for which I will bring a diagram. Okay. Let me give an example, 2 examples for the same point. For Rockies and Andes and Himalayas, folded found along the margin of the continents facing ocean. Just remember, just put this diagram, imaginary diagram. Okay. Imagine This is North America, okay, and this is South America. Here we have a Rockies. Am I right, ma? Here we have a Rockies. Here we have an Andes. Are they attached to the coast of the continent? And here we have a North Pacific Ocean. And here we have a South Pacific Ocean. They are found along the margin of the continent. See, these Engfold mountains, they are found along the margin of the continent. So you can put one arrow and you can show this. This is one example. You can draw this diagram imaginary. Second example, similarly for the Himalayas. See, Andes, Rockies, Andes and Himalayas. Okay, they are facing the continent. So try to bring as many examples as possible, including diagram. Don't say that, ma'am, in book there is no diagram and I can't make a diagram. Geography is a wonderful optional where you can bring the diagram. So can you see this simple fold where it is a symmetrical, anticline and syncline. Asymmetrical, one side will have a steep slope, another one is a gentle slope. Asymmetrical fold. Overfold, because of intense in compression, see there is a change in direction. Overfold, one will become steep slope. Recumbent fold and nappy, which is thrown outside, that I will do it separately, and thrust plane. So this is called an example of open fold. Asymmetrical fold, see, in open fold, symmetrical. Both the anti-wavy pattern, both are of the same height, same structure. Symmetrical means same. Look at here. Asymmetrical, isn't it? Isn't it, ma? Isn't it? And overtuned, becoming furthermore. So this is a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, such like we have stage 8. Okay, recumbent and isoclinal. So these are the different forms. Simple fold, both the limbs of the anticline. So this is a one limb of the anticline and another limbs of the anticline. Both the limbs of the anticline have the same degree of the slope, uniform. Both the limbs of the anticline have the same degree. This is called simple fold. Asymmetrical, the slope of one limb of the anticline is greater than the slope of the other limb. One will be of steep height, other will be of a gentle. Is this fine, ma? So they are asymmetrical. Are you able to find the difference? Friends, are you able to find the difference? Please let me know. Third is overfold. The strata in one limb have been tilted beyond the vertical. The older of the some strata has been reversed, okay, lying on the younger strata. Over thrust fold, the rocks are sheared and one limb is pushed forward over the other limb so that the rock strata are no longer continuous. This diagram we have, don't bother. Now we are going to move to the next thing, is that fault or a block mountain. Now I'll give you 2 minutes time. 2 minutes time, or can I show the slide for you once again? 10 points. Let me check how many of you are going to give me the 10 points of folded mountain. Characteristics of folded mountains. Please go through the slide. Please go through the slide for 1 minute. Try to take the screenshot of 4 points, because it has multiple times asked in your exam. Folded mountains and block mountain. Folded I have completed. Next I am moving to the block mountain. Yes, ma. Try to take the screenshot. Let me check who is going to give me all the 10 points. This is an extremely important topic for your optional as well as for your GS. Can I move on? Okay. In this we have 6 points. 6 points. Are you going through it? Are you going through it, ma? Clear? Please drop a confirmation message. Can I give you 2 or 3 minutes? Can you pen down those 10 points, at least the core word alone? How many of you are ready to take the spot test? Is Solarajan, Omkar and Aslam, are you all ready to take the spot test? 10 points. Let me check how many of you are going to give the 10 points. Yes, ma, please give me an answer. Yes, start writing, start writing. Once you get a confident on folded mountains, I'll move to the block. Block is very simple, very simple. Are you all writing it? Super. Start writing, ma. Start writing. Let me check who is going to give me 10 points. Next, I'll be doing block mountain, Rift Valley, East Rift African, Volcanic Mountain, Residual. Please post your answer once done. Folded mountains formed when sedimentary rocks on geosynclines are subjected to compression. Characteristics: youngest mountain on the earth. Presence of fossil fuels indicate that sedimentary rocks. Yes, Islam, only 1 point I got. Just make it small, small, ma. Just 10 points. Youngest you can put, length greater than width you can put. It is one side is concave, another one is convex. Such like you make the points. I just want to know whether you are this answer reading. We'll push it in special class. Okay, here you just say me the 10 points, the core words of the 10 points. That much is enough. Okay, keep posting. Others reply back. Can I begin? Fault block mountains, ma? Okay, look at here. Mountain. Block mountains, pressure at a plate boundaries cause the lithosphere to crack and pieces of it tilt or move, causing a valley and the tilt mountain. Okay. Also known as fault block mountains and a result of faulting caused by the tensile and compressive forces. Okay. Very good, Aslam. What about others? Okay, just have started block mountains. If you have typed it, please post it. Next, ma. So, fault block mountains are result of faulting. Folded as a result of folding. This is caused by a tensile and compressive forces. Motored by endogenetic forces coming from within the earth. What are endogenetic forces? Endogenetic forces are the forces which are emanating from deep within the earth, isn't it? So it is an outcome. Such an amazing concept. Please listen. Block mountains represent the upstanding parts of the ground between two falls on the either side of the rift valley or graben. Block mountains are two types: tilted block mountain and lifted block mountain. Tilted block mountains have one steep side represented by a fault scarp and one gentle side. They are youngest, super. Length, width, super mark, super. Please listen. Lifted block mountains represents the real host and are characterized by flattened summit of tabular shape and very steep side slopes represented by two boundary fault scarps. Now just listen. Look at me. Fault block mountains we are going to discuss. For compression folded mountains, what was marked? I said two forces moving towards each other. Okay. Now for block mountains, very interesting. Remember, the plates move away from each other. So initially it is in a single line. Now when it is start pulled apart, just remember, I am taking my mobile, I am taking my remote. Okay. When these two initially they are joined together. Now because of the tensile forces, they pulled apart and they move in different direction. When it pull, what will happen? It will lead to a crack. Yes or no? Will it lead to a crack? And secondly, when it move in two different directions, what will happen to the middle portion, ma? What will happen to the middle portion? Don't you feel that there will be a subsidence of the middle portion? The middle portion moves downward because one went this side and another one went this side. The middle portion moves down. Subsidence. Can you see here? See, here it is pulling apart in tension, stretching and cracking. The stretching, when you stretch apart, what will happen to the middle portion? See, this uplifted portion, the block drops by normal faulting. So, the middle portion gets dropped down. Okay? See the three different directions. Here the arrow, it moves this way. One, it is pulling apart in opposite direction. The middle portion, the block drops down by normal faulting. This down drop portion, okay, this is known as a graben. I'll say you with a beautiful example. Now you say me. Okay, just wait it. Block mountains are created when large areas or blocks